Hello, I'm John Fox, I'm channel John on the West. I'm having a control adventure. I'm gonna look at this projector, see what it's projecting. Synchronicity. We have another level 3, let's equip it. Launch efficiency. Fantastic. Let's see if there's better things in here. Ooh, we're actually allowed to equip one. Reload speed. Synchronicity. A glimpse into the paranatural. Synchronicity and the unseen connections. Synchronicity is a phenomenon long recognized by the wise, but only recently given a name by science. It is how we rationalize events connected by no identifiable causality, yet clearly conjoined in purpose. How does a dream foretell an event in the physical plane? Why do hounds bail at the death of their master, which has occurred miles away? The world is unified in ways we do not yet understand, and sometimes we stumble upon these invisible, unseen chords and wonder at the result. The visionary Carl Jung laid the road, now we must walk it. My fledgling research department will make it our mission to reliably reproduce redacted behavior by the close of 1959. Once done, the mechanics of synchronicity will lay themselves bare in due time. We are striding into the future of science. History may not remember our names, but God himself will. Refer to the redacted for full research. This is Dr. Theodore Ash, head of research, so probably dead by now, because been replaced. Okay, fine. So I want to explore this floor, and then I want to go up and explore the other floors. We're clearly not going to be able to get into his office, but I don't want to have a look around. I don't want to say I've cleared this room. Maybe we will be allowed in his office. Oh, it's one of these.
Constantly changing labyrinth. Can never pass through. Dimensional research. Every measure of security.
I can't see the others. Maybe... Yeah, we've been here before. Right, this isn't what I was going to do, but... The ashtray maze. Right, let's go over here now. Haha! Well, that was cool. We'll have another look around. Ooh. Damn you, maze. Damn it. Fine, we're only having a brief explore. Because it's neat to do so. Well, the enemy seems to think there's more. The game seems to think there's more enemies. I didn't appreciate that at all.
Regarding HRAs. What are they for? Do you always need to wear them? And what's the deal with the Hedron resonance anyway? Fuck. Despite what you may have heard, HRAs are not monitoring devices. We're not tracking your movements or listening to your conversations while you're wearing them. We do that regardless whether or not you're wearing an HRA. Think of them as a life preserver. Only instead of water, the thing HRAs protect you from is classified. One day that classified, not water, might pour in, and you'll be glad you got an HRA keeping you afloat. And if you don't have an HRA, don't worry. It'll be quick and painless. Kidding. I'm kidding. We're making more.
Cool. Astral plane counter-assay. This is Emily Pope. Dr. Darling is insistent that certain objects of power share direct connection to the redacted, an entity or group of entities that we have little information on, or little that I'm allowed to access. In his written reports, he states that there is a clear link between these objects of power, the redacted, the astral plane, and the oldest house itself. His work supposes these links are innate, a fact ingrained into the very redacted of objects, such as hotline or the service weapon. But what if these particular objects were never linked to the redacted, but had that connection forced upon them? Isn't it strange that no other objects of power require such direct contact with the redacted? Isn't it strange that using service weapon or the hotline will result in grievous harm, or even death if the user is not the director or at least worthy of the role? Why do we assume this involvement by the redacted is natural fact and not something more redacted? Hang on. What is that? Shatter. That was HOAs.
I've been fielding questions recently regarding HRAs. What are they for?
Okay, that was the one we saw before. Hotline, was that new?
Ring, ring. It's Dr. Darling calling. In 1978, a comms department intern heard the hotline ring and picked it up, going against every safety protocol in the manual. She never recovered, and the handful of witnesses required extensive memory repression therapy. It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well. Our very own Ouija board. Only the director can answer it safely, and what he hears is kept classified.
Okay, I think that stuttering was the game, and I think it was on purpose. Hang on, there was another one. Hotline. Yeah, that's what I meant to do. I'm sorry, but what was in... Oh, the maze.
I'm averse to using objects of power. I don't want to lean on things I ultimately can't trust. But the ashtray and the cigarette, smoking there forever, have their uses. The ashtray maze they conjure is an impossibly changing labyrinth that no one but the binder, and those the binder invites, can ever pass through. The things we hid in dimensional research, the things Darling studies, the danger and the risk involved, call for every measure of security and protection I could bring to the table. The maze, hands down, is our strongest lock. I gave Darling and his chosen crew license to pass through the maze. Lately, I've started to think I should revoke that license.
Cool. Yay! Budget request. Dear Dr. Darling, this is from A. Lewis. I suspect my colleague Dr. Harrington has already contacted you asking for an increase in their higher department's budget. I am not surprised. Parapsychology has always been the squeaky wheel, all fuss but no results. Parakinesiology has always been the stronger department, more breakthroughs, more tangible data, more usable research. I'm sure a man of your steam can clearly see which department is more deserving of the budget increase. Just think of what those additional resources could do for an already formidable research team. Anyway, I know you're a fan of single malt, so I left a bottle well-aged brown on your desk. Yours in admiration, Dr. Abraham Lewis. Okay, it looks like we're going to... Huh. Interesting. I think that's everything from this room. I was wrong. This is Dr. Casper Darling. Resonance, it's there, but we can't see it. It vibrates around us, through us, from us. But what if the vibration is conscious? What could a force like that do? Redacted opened the door to Redacted. I've called Redacted. The Redacted admits a force that is far beyond the forces we previously dealt with. It has shown me so much that I have to wonder. Is resonance the key element in all this altered phenomenon? AWEs, altered items, objects of power, do they share a common Redacted that we've yet to discover? We can harmonize control points, What else would the correct frequency allow us to achieve? What if resonance has been the answer this whole time? Berta Vial redacted. A full report. Ha! That wasn't available a second ago. The Bureau has spent years studying why objects of power transport users into the astral plane when touched. My predecessor, Dr. Ash, theorized that a potential receptacle, determined by Jungian archetypes, in the collective subconscious would be inhabited by paranatural energies when an AWE occurred in its vicinity, creating an altered item. Over time, a link was created by the redacted and the astral plane to that item, making it an object of power. So many additional theories has been raised since Dr. Ash's time. Objects of power were placed on the Earth as tests by some astral entity. Our dimension was once part of the astral plane, and the objects were left behind as its borders receded. The astral plane was an early threshold into the oldest house, but the connection was severed and now are linked solely through objects of power. I will attempt to disprove some of these in order to thin the herd. Hopefully the truth will emerge. Refer to yada yada. Yeah, going through the room a couple more times just in case it was a good idea. I'm really interested in those shapes. Okay, I think that is everything. Quite. Okay, that's Astral. We're not going to be able to get to that. Fine. So where we started. Actually tells us to go to parapsychology, so... But I'm happy that I searched other places first. I believe I've checked their shelter already. I don't think I've fully researched downstairs, but I'm happy to sort of actually continue on with the game.
She's in trouble. I need to reach her.
I shouldn't have faffed around for an hour, should I? Oh, the button I wanted to press. Parakinesiology. Oh crap. We'll read that in a second. Okay, we need to have a proper look around this room. Sorry. I'll go up and then down. Okay, I don't know what this is. We have 20 minutes. We've got a timer. I think I failed one of these before and I didn't know what it was. But I am not missing out on these things. We've got plenty of time now. That looks incredibly cool. Oh my word, it's one of those dummies. Okay, transcript of a call to California. State Emergency Services 911. What is your emergency? Hello. Hello, I'm here. Can you hear me? I can hear you, ma'am. Where are you? I'm inside the wires. I'm lost. Ma'am, have you been drinking tonight? I feel like I'm stretching through the wire towards you. Don't hang up. I might go if you hang up. But where, ma'am? Go. Gone away. Okay, can you describe your surroundings? Ma'am. Hello, ma'am. Dispatcher attempted to call the number back, but it was no longer in service. Right. Communications department. Oh, I need to teleport if I want to get to communications. It's in executive.
The astral plane. Similar to an iceberg, what you see is not what you always get. Regardless, this place is vitally important to the Bureau. Most information on the astral plane is classified, but we can talk in broad strokes, keeping in mind that these are staggeringly complex systems, and simplification does them no justice. Now, the white non-space, the ever-present inverted black pyramid. The board, all linked, intrinsically tied to the oldest house, tied to the director, the process of choosing a director, tied to all objects of power in terms of who controls them. Yes.
Okay, let's go to the comms. Oh, damn it, we've got a new one. Pierce. Let's get spin first. Cool, we'll test that out in a bit. We're going to teleport to comms. It's near dead letters. Okay. I'm not going to fail another one of these. Like, one just appeared and immediately failed last time I saw it. Oh, I'm an idiot and I just didn't notice it on the screen. Probably that. I'm assuming spin is going to be like a machine gun. I hope this doesn't count towards my time. But I hadn't actually set up any of mini quests because I hadn't seen one in that area yet. Ooh. Rate of spot, rate of fire. Awesome. And that... It's one down. Spin is very good. Cool. I don't know what I got from that, but... Cool. I know we weren't quite down there, but...
You're listening to America Overnight. mystifying the airwaves for more than 29 years. Thank you for staying up with us. Ghosts. We've had many callers over the years tell us of hauntings, voices, and other phantasmagorical phenomena. Today, friend of the show, Dr. Quincy Reagan tells his story. Quincy, thanks. This is something I experienced recently while staying at the Chili Pines Motel in Macon for last year's SuspiciaCon. I was in room 47.
Close.
Night manager, an avid listener of the program, insisted I take this particular room. Now, the manager explained that years back, the body of a man was discovered under the bed, inside that wooden border that motel beds tend to have. And the body had been there a week, he said. Guests had stayed there, sleeping with the corpse a foot below them. They only found the body when housekeepers complained about the smell. Hauntings have been reported in room 47 ever since. I happily took the room. I fell asleep pretty quick, checking under the bed first, of course. No ghosts visited me, no chilly spots or flickering lights. But when I woke up, I found myself under the bed. It was dark and stiflingly hot. Luckily, I was able to push the mattress off and crawl out before I suffocated. The night manager was kind enough to find me another room. There you have it, listeners. What we call ghosts take many forms. Quincy was brave enough to tell his story, and I encourage you to keep calling and writing whenever you encounter something strange. Something you can't explain. Maybe you're seeing colors that we have no name for. Maybe your toaster is possessed. Remember, dear listeners, when no one else believes you, we do. America Overnight will be right back.
Cool. How do I get to do the director's room? Awesome. The Astral exhibition. And we want to change our like mini quests as well. Enemies will try and flush you out of cover using grenades. Look for the grenade indicator and quickly move to a safe distance. Throw him back! I have the ability to throw him back. Right. So, spin maneuvers. There we go. We obviously don't want any executive stuff. You know, charge would probably have been fine. Okay. Hiss elevated. This is still a really... Is there like more underneath? No, there isn't. It's Rangers. Okay, cool. We came from that way. Astral exhibition. The Astral exhibition, it was originally built for the astronauts to use as a training location, a place to grow accustomed to the sights and sounds of the astral plane before diving in the real thing. We could have done a better job with it, but Redacted was being stingy with the budget. However, once we discovered the Redacted, we decided to repurpose the space, similar to how zoos hope familiar surroundings will affect the well-being of their animals. We hope to observe the Redacted behaviour in an environment similar to its home dimension. So far, it just breaks everything we put in it, but Rome wasn't built in a day. Addendum. New naming conventions has been established for the astral entity, now known as the Astral Spike. Outdated terms in this report have been redacted. Cool. Okay, so this is... the American Overnight, probably.
An early hypothesis was that the mindscape of the astral plane is subjective. But that was fast proven wrong. It's an actual place, not a construct of the mind, even though it is with our minds that we enter and experience it. But then one could argue that that's the case with all reality. We've been able to record footage of the astral plane by monitoring the brain activity of those experiencing it. That is the only concrete material that has come out of the astral plane expeditions. Apart from one shocking exception. In the astral plane footage, we're always in the vicinity of the pyramid. We've concluded that this, not the entire plane, is what the board controls. We have glimpsed movement, native species, always in the distance, and yet contact was made. We don't have footage of this, a technical malfunction, but when one of our astronauts returned, a brain cloud, an astral fugue, had hitchhiked a ride in his head. It ruptured out, killing the subject in question. It's a relentless predator, pursuing thoughts, minds, lethal to those the entity feeds on. Proper containment protocols are to be observed when dealing with it.
Okay, so brain cloud is the astral spike. Sounds like a new type of enemy. That's where we came from.
I can't believe they keep that thing here.
Oh, we saw that before. I think. And it immediately killed us. Yeah, I think I want to stay the hell away from it. Oh, I see what I did there. Okay. Am I supposed to be in this room? Okay, well, I've done something. Okay. I'm trying to go right. Okay, what am I doing wrong? Maybe I'm supposed to lock it. Cool.
What was the Bureau doing with that thing?
Experimenting! Where were we? The Astral exhibition. Alright, we will answer in the next episode. I've been John Fox on channel John of the West. I've been having a control adventure. I'll see you guys later.